Guys, what's up? It's Vicky here, and I have missed you so much. I hope you missed me too. There's been a lot going on, but I have something really exciting that I want to show you guys. I made a little dino army here. You can see that they're all in different colors. It was really fun to make, so I hope that you guys like them. But just to show you a little close-up of one of them, they've got like this cute little tail. The pattern that I had actually requires you to sew on these bits, but I decided to make it more market friendly, so I just made them into bobble stitches, the little legs and arms, and then the only part you have to sew on is the tail. And the pattern in question is, it's called Crochet Mini Dinosaur Pattern, and it is by Plush Handmade Creations, so make sure that you go check that out. It's on Etsy, so. So I wanted to come on to talk to you guys because I was just thinking about how I am so lucky right now because I'm at that point where I'm not like unknown to my community, but I'm also not getting like a million DMs a day to where I have to dedicate time in my morning just to answering the DMs that I get. Like, when I get one, I just kind of respond immediately. And right now, I don't have to worry too much about that. So I'm very lucky in that regard. I know that people might be like, oh, well, Vicky, you should want the DMs. Like, you should be upset about not getting DMs. No, I understand that. I'm going to be very excited when I get to the point of needing to, like, take time to respond to them each day and being like, oh, sorry, you didn't get back to you, like, yesterday. You missed my window of time where I was going to get back to people. But right now, I can just enjoy my morning instead of like responding to a bunch of emails and DMs, making this little guy. So isn't that awesome? Like, I'm just trying to enjoy this while I can. Not complaining at all about getting DMs, just appreciating the time that I have where I can just wake up and have my coffee and make what I want to make. Also, while I have you guys here, I just figure I'll tell you about what's been going on with my life this year. Because it's been a crazy year, and it's barely even, like, we're barely halfway through the year. And a lot has happened. So first off, what happened was, last year, I got into a car accident. I hit a deer, and that gave me a concussion that I didn't know that I had for a little while. And I wound up in and out of the hospital for a while just because I was having intense symptoms and I didn't know what to do about it. I ended up having to just take some time at home where I was just kind of not even around my kids. I wasn't around anything because it was just that intense, guys. So that was really scary because I didn't know what exactly was going on. I had to be away from my kids for a while. Like, I would have somebody come to my house each day just to sit with my kids and make sure that they were doing what they needed to do. And that was really rough. Being away from my kids is like one of the hardest things for me. But I needed that time to recover, because if I didn't, then I was just going to keep getting worse. So I had to take a step back and be like, yeah, I need to take this time for myself, to recover from the crash and recover from the concussion that I had. Another thing that had happened was I had a cancer scare, and I'm still kind of in a cancer scare right now, where things are very ambiguous. We're not really sure what exactly the mass is that I have right now, but we know that I have a mass. So we're just trying to figure out what exactly is going on with that. So that's been on my mind. Other than that, I've had time in what we call a unit near here. I've been very open and very honest about my mental health on this channel and just across the board. Well, I was really struggling this year with issues with hallucinations and just generally being very depressed. So I had to go to the unit to see how my next dose of medication was going to be. So that was more time away from my kids, and that was more time that I just can't get back and I can't deal with, but I needed to do it again because it was important for my health. And that's my whole disability, is that I have schizoaffective disorder. So it's like I had to do it, but it's rough. So instead of taking the time to record things or crochet things, I took a break. And I wanted to spend time with my kids. I wanted to get better. And so that's where I've been at. Just kind of dealing with all of that. And there was some other health issues going on that weren't to do with me, but to do with my family. Somebody just honked outside. Anyway, it's just been crazy. And so I wanted to update you guys on like why I've been away, what I'm doing, or what I've been doing. And I guess next step is to let you know what I'm going to be up to. So that's exciting. I've come to a realization. My products, they sell. So like I don't have to be afraid to make things. The loudest truck is coming by right now. So I don't have to be afraid of making things, which you're probably like, what do you mean? Why are you afraid to make things? Well, I don't want to be wasteful. And I don't want things just like sitting on my shelf for forever, which is why I'm going to have like a clearance sale. But the thing is, I don't want to make stuff that people don't want. But I'm at the point where I'm making stuff and people want it. So I should just make the stuff, rather than sit here and be like, oh, what if nobody buys it? No, I'm not at that point anymore. I am at the point of, if I make it and I go to a vendor market, it's gonna sell probably. And that's such a like great way to be at. because I can feel confident that I'm not wasting my time. And like, I don't want to waste the yarn either, but it's at that point where I have an audience and I know what they want. So I feel confident in my abilities to just be able to do what I need to do. So like, people have been asking me at my booth, well, where are your snails? And I found the best snail pattern by Ale Crochet, Morgan. And it is so cute. Right now I'm making his strawberry shell. And it's just like, I can feel good about the fact that I know that what I'm making is going to sell eventually, because people have asked me so much, like, where are your snails? Your Insomnia Snail. Like, where's the snail? And so now I have snails that I make, and that feels really cool. So it's like, I can feel more confident in being like, I'm making this stuff and somebody's gonna want it. So it's just really cool, but yeah. So you saw me working on him, and here he is finished, the strawberry snail. I love him so much, he's so cute. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this video. If you like the video, make sure that you give it a like. Make sure that you subscribe so that way I can make more videos like this one. And I will see you in the next one.